we have learned how to create dictionaries, which are a collection of key comma value pairs. We now want to know how to access items in a dictionary. So how do we get to the item inside? For dictionaries, we have to use the dictionary name, and then within square brackets, we use the index. Now, I mentioned earlier that although dictionaries are ordered, we do not use the index 0, 1, 2, etc. Within the square brackets, we have to give the key name. So when we have a dictionary followed by square brackets and then give the key name, it returns the value associated with the key. Let's take a look at some code that tells us about that. We also have, by the way, before we get to the code, we also have the get method that gives you the and that gets the value from the dictionary and returns it, which you can assign to a variable. Then there are three special methods associated with the dictionary. The first one is the keys method. So I have a dictionary name dot keys that returns a special kind of list, but a list of all the keys in the dictionary. You can have the dictionary name dot value with parentheses, of course, which is a method. And this returns all the values in the dictionary, and values, of course, can have duplicates, as I mentioned earlier. Keys must be unique. And then if we say dictionary name dot items, this returns a list of key comma value pairs, and that we will come to later as tuples. So let's take a look at some code. So as always, let us create a dictionary. I'll go into debug mode so we can step through this. So we're going to create our first dictionary. Again, it's going to be the play, Hamlet, author, Shakespeare, year, 1600, soliloquy, to be or not to be. And once the dictionary is created, look carefully at this line of code. It says print the value of the key play, and this is what will be printed on the terminal is. And how do we access the value of the key? We access it by this construct, which is the name of the dictionary, square brackets, and then the specification of the key. The key happens to be a string, so it is given in double quotes, and that will then print the value. Let's see. The value of the key play is Hamlet. So it has picked out the value from the dictionary. So just remember, this is a standard thing. For dictionaries, whenever we want a value, we have to use the key to get the value. That is how the ordering and the indexing works. We can do the same thing by using the get method, which is associated with the dictionary. Again, the get method takes a key as an argument and returns the value associated with the key. So this next line, it says the value of the key play using the get method is, and it returns Hamlet, which is the same thing as we did with the direct access of the value associated with the key. Now, when we say the keys of the dictionary, and this is the keys method. So I say dictionary.keys, parentheses, no arguments necessary. It gives us the keys of the dictionary are. Notice it is formatted as the prefix is dict underscore keys, which is a special word. Then within brackets, and then inside the brackets is a list. List is denoted by square brackets, which is play, author, year, and soliloquy. These were the keys of our dictionary. Similarly, if we want to get the values out of this dictionary, we can use the values method of the dictionary, again without any arguments, and it returns this special kind of list, which is dict values, and within the list we have Hamlet, Shakespeare, 1600, and to be or not to be, which are the values inside the dictionary, each value being associated with a special key. Finally, if we use the items method of the dictionary, I said the items method will bring out key and value as tuples and return them as an entire dictionary is dumped. So let's take a look. And this time, it says the key value pairs in the dictionary are dict items, special name of this list, within parentheses, then the list starts. And this is now a list of tuples. So the first tuple is play, comma, Hamlet. The second tuple is author, comma, Shakespeare. And the third tuple is year, comma, 1600, finally soliloquy, to be or not to be. So you will notice the interesting thing with Python, how it manipulates and plays with data types. So we have used the dictionary and said, give us the items in a dictionary, and it returns a special list. It's not just an ordinary list, it's dict items. We can't change it. It is immutable. It returns this list called dict items. And then within dict items, it has pairs, which are tuples, and then a list of tuples. So we can use keys to get all the keys of a dictionary. We can use the values method to get all the values in the dictionary. We can use the items method to get this list of tuples, which are key value pairs. We can access any single item in the dictionary by using dictionary name and within square brackets giving the name of the key. And that is how we access values inside the dictionary.